channel, and for my new viewers, welcome. Today I'm going to do a pretty special video for a bracelet that has been in the making for the last 6 months or so. Really ever since the 2018 club charm came out, which I believe was in January. When the club charm came out, I was so inspired to do a bracelet that represented all sorts of things, whether it was world peace, kindness, love, laughter, happiness. I just wanted it to be a really positive, feel-good bracelet, and I loved that charm. You'll see it in detail, but the fact that it was a globe, the fact that it said more love and had little tiny hearts around the globe just reminded me of a couple of things. One, all the friendships that I've made across literally the world, just with Pandora and with YouTube and with my Instagram account. And then the message, right? More love. Like, it's all we need in this world. We don't need any more hate. I know that where I'm from, there's a lot of crime that happens, a lot of really, really tragic things. Like the worst is school shootings, right? I have a 3-year-old daughter. I want to feel safe when it's time for her to go to school, and that she's safe. I just don't understand it, right? And we could all be more understanding, show more compassion, and just support and lift up one another rather than bring each other down. The world would be such a wonderful place. So month of June, which is Pride Month here, I don't know if that's a worldwide thing, but it's Pride Month here, and that just, is another thing that goes out to show, hey, everybody's supporting anybody, right? No matter what their differences are, no matter what preferences are, we're all people, and I just wish we could all see that and all take care of one another. Well, anyway, I could go on forever about that topic, but let's get into the bracelet and I will show you all the pieces that went into it. It took me 6 months to find the right ones. Oh, the really cool thing that I did is I ventured out and I got a different brand of beads. So if you saw my OHM haul, you know that there were 3 beads that I got that were going to be dedicated to this bracelet. I don't feel super strongly one way or another about mixing brands. I just tend to not do it. You'll see it happen on like holiday themed bracelets or whatever that might be, but in general I just don't do it. Not because I'm against it, I just don't. So when I had the opportunity to mix the brands on a bracelet that should represent unity and togetherness, then it was perfect. So I couldn't be happier with how this bracelet came out, and I'm so excited to show you. Stay tuned for a closer look at my love, laughter, kindness, unity bracelet. The name changes all the time because there's so many words that describe it. Hope you enjoy. Here's a closer look at the bracelet. As you can see, it is all silver. It has some CZs on some of the charms and the little diamond on the club charm, just like all the club charms have. I really wanted this to be plain silver because I wanted it to basically go with anything that I had in my wardrobe or mix with any bracelet. So I was lucky enough to get it to be all silver. I have this on the 18.1 clear CZ barrel clasp bracelet. We'll start with the safety chain. The safety chain is a Starry Night safety chain. You might be thinking, what the heck does a Starry Night have to do with all the things you just described in your intro? Well, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with it, but how I got this safety chain is why I ended up using this for this bracelet. And again, this just goes to show people helping one another. This was a friend of mine reached out to somebody in Europe to try to figure out what could be a special charm to get me that I maybe didn't have. So I guess they stalked my Instagram a little bit to figure it out, and then they reached out to someone in Asia to get it because it is an Asian exclusive. So none of them knew her, none of them knew me. This was just my friend trying to get me something special. And thank you, Ash. I still love this safety chain very much. I appreciate everything you did to get it. That's why it's on here, because it's people coming together to help each other. No reward for themselves, totally not the most convenient thing for them. So that's why that's on here. And then from the spring collection, they had this Promise of Spring charm that says on one side, love, and on the other side, life. So I'm pretty sure it's trying to talk about spring and all the things that bloom, but maybe it's not. I take it as a love life. All right, then this wouldn't be complete without the faith, love, and hope charm from, geez, one of the original collections, if not the original. I think it is one of the originals. The key is called Symbol of Trust, and really to have anything that I talked about in the beginning, you have to have trust, right? We have to trust in the best intentions of people. My belief is to give trust rather than earn trust, right? Give them a chance to break your trust versus having to work so hard to earn it, and that's just kind of been my philosophy there. Here, one of the beads from OHM is people holding hands around the world and has joy, peace, and love inscribed on it as well. For a closer look at the OHM beads, you can look at my previous OHM haul. All right, and then my little gnome. You might wonder, what in the world does a garden gnome have to do with peace and love and whatever that might be? Well, because I have like two other figures on these other sections, I kind of wanted to have another figure on this section, and I love how this little gnome is holding a flower, and I feel like he's just somebody who is going to give somebody a flower, maybe out of kindness, maybe asking for forgiveness, and I think forgiveness is also important to have in this world, otherwise we just hold on to resentment, and that's not good for our souls either. So I really wanted the garden, or gnome, I think he's just called gnome, but I don't know, they usually are in gardens. And then this one is retired. It was the last missing piece, and thanks to my significant other, he was able to get this for me, so I'm super happy about that. That's his first section. Clip I chose is a globe. Again, I hope that's probably obvious for world peace. And then spacers that I have on here are twice as nice, and really it was just for the name because nice is in there, and again I want this to have kindness, and I thought that was good to have on there. Angel of Hope, probably pretty self-explanatory too, just adorable little details on her wings, or his wings, whatever it might be. And the symbol of protection, again just to protect our loved ones and protect each other. And here's the bead that started it all, the 2018 More Love charm with a diamond for the O in love. And again, you can see all the hearts that are across the globe had to be in the center section. This charm, when I found this on OHM, that's what made me start looking of what did they have that could maybe fit on this theme, because holding a heart in your hand, and it says Our World, and it's called Our World, just is that reminder that we have to treat our world with love and respect and kindness, because it's in our hands, right? We're the ones who can make any of the change, so this was just so fitting for that. And then the other clip I chose on here was the Dainty Bow, and this one I really wanted to use to represent women, and you may have seen I did a women's theme bracelet. I just really support women. I support them doing whatever they want to do in a world where people might think that it's a man's world. I don't believe that at all. And with women, I think we do need to support each other and lift each other up. We have to be each other's biggest advocates. So I put this charm on there to help represent that, even though I have a whole other bracelet that is about women. So there's that one. And then the little clown charm that I honestly didn't even know existed until I was looking at a tray from one of my jewelry stores that I was visiting when I was traveling, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, we have a clown? That's crazy. It's got a cute little patch, and I love the hidden flowers behind his back. It really complements the gnome. but this obviously represents laughter and not taking ourselves too seriously. I am the first one to like make a fool of myself, especially at work in front of hundreds of people, and I just kind of have to laugh at it and just laugh it off and laugh with people, not at people. So even though my coworkers would probably say, you laugh at us a ton, but again, it's all in fun. And then this, the free, oh boy, I'm gonna have to actually look up the actual name of this charm because I don't know if it's called Freedom, but I love how it has the little bird at the end of free, and I love the inscription in the back. And that says, sometimes you gotta fall before you fly, and I think it's just a symbol of getting back up. Sometimes my like best accomplishments come after falling, and it's important to know that it's not the end of the world if something bad happens. Just get up and persevere. And the peace sign, that's probably obvious. It went into depth of an explanation on this bead. This is called Strength of Humanity. There's just so much little detail and meaning in this charm, so if you want to know more about it, again, refer back to that OHM video, but the title alone, I mean, Strength of Humanity, I'm sure sums it all up. And then last but not least, I have the moonstone charm. This is, it's kind of a placeholder, but it might be permanent. I love it because it's silver and it matches, and it's just a beautiful charm, and I love the gemstone. If I could replace it with anything, it would be the hope chest, because hope, again, I think is a good representation for here. But other than that, it doesn't have a ton of meaning that represents the overall theme of this bracelet, but I like the way it matches and complements it, so that's why that one is there. And that, you guys, is my peace, love, happiness, joy, laughter, unity inspired bracelet, whatever it is you want to call it. All of those fit the description. So I really hope you liked it. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. And hey, for everybody, if you're still with me, I am doing a live video this weekend on Sunday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time in the US. And there's an upcoming events. You should see it on my page, or if you subscribe and click the little bell button, you'll get a notification that I'm going live. But we're going to talk about all the different charm options or bracelet options that Pandora has, and we'll talk about why you might choose one over another, and it'll be really cool to interact with you guys. So if you have time on Sunday, please join me. It'll be so fun. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you again for watching. Until then, see you next time.